That's good. Hey everyone, it's Trevor here with another Daclus quality review. This is part of my New Year's resolution to see every movie that comes out in my theater and do a quick little review while sitting in my car on my phone. I'm not in my car.
This is
We
my
carpool.
car.
This is his car. So this is my dad, and we just went and saw Criminal. This is a movie about Kevin Costner's a sociopath. That's just real life apparently, and that's not the movie, right?
He's a
In
sociopath in
real
real
life,
life.
right? Is
I
that
didn't
true?
know that, but
Yeah.
that's good to know.
I don't know, but that's the movie, and he gets implanted the memories of Ryan Reynolds' character, who's an agent, secret agent, sort of for the government, and he has some information that the government needs, and so they implant his memories into Kevin Costner. They think it doesn't work. He escapes, but he does start to remember things, and then action ensues. So that's the general basic plot, right? I think if
Yeah,
we just
he's what
explained
did
it.
you say? He's a sociopath in the sense that he doesn't have
Emotional
any
feelings or
emotion.
ties. He can't recognize good from bad.
Yeah, because his brain didn't develop
Mm-hmm.
right because as a kid he got abandoned the hard way by getting thrown out of a car.
I don't know if he was even abandoned.
So
They might have picked him back up. But yeah, I think that's it. We don't have to get too much into the other details. But what did you think of the film overall? Did you like it?
I liked it. I had a hard time catching up with the way they sort of address things through fragmentation flashbacks,
Yeah.
and I always kind of have a hard time with that because of my feeble brain. But I always like the bad guy who turns out not to be as bad as the real bad guys and slowly makes a comeback movies.
Yes. It's one of
So
those action
yeah,
movies.
so I was kind of hoping for a little Kevin Costner. For Kevin Costner to do kind of a Bruce Willis imitation,
Yeah.
and it was definitely an imitation, but I liked it. It did
Yeah.
have that quality to it.
Yeah, it's very. I feel like it's a bit diehard. They don't do these movies as much anymore. I feel like as they used to, at least like in the '80s. I think these types of action movies were big, and I think they've sort of dropped out and they haven't made as good ones for a while. I'd say I can't remember one
Yeah,
that's really makes me go, "Oh, that was a good one."
yeah. Well, they're pretty basic plots
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff,
pretty
and it's
basic.
kind of made. It seems like made for TV stuff compared to what they do now.
Sure, yeah.
So
I
it
mean, all
seems.
the action movies now, it's mostly like superheroes and stuff. That's the big thing. So they're focused less on those ones and making them something. But
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it
So
was good. I thought it was
yeah,
pretty good.
I like the feel good aspect of it. Because I mean it's real violent and all that good
But
stuff,
there's
but
something.
it's feel good the way the character developed his Costner's character. I like that.
Yeah, it's got some heart in it, and it develops that character pretty well. I mean, he's the only character that gets a lot of development. I feel like the other
Yeah,
characters don't really, you don't care
yeah,
too much
especially in the
from.
beginning. In the
But
beginning, they're like, here's this guy, this guy, this guy, this
yeah,
guy. Let's get to this action and
yeah, because I mean, Ryan Reynolds,
yeah,
they give you a quick thing, but you never really get to know him until he's gone. Um,
yeah.
I mean, you get to know him more because Kevin Costner, but other than that, you don't know him. Um, Gary Oldman yells at people.
Yeah, that one was a
He
little
yells at
weak.
people
That
a lot.
yeah,
I
his
feel
was
like
a little weak.
Tommy Lee Jones does a decent job, even though his character's sort of, I don't know, he's just a doctor guy, but he you kind of get his where he's coming from. I think
Yeah,
he kind of,
he wasn't in it as lengthy as I thought he
no.
might be when I saw him.
I mean, he's a big
I
name.
didn't know he was in it,
Yeah, I
and
kept
so
forgetting. I've
and
seen
then
him in the trailers, but I kept forgetting he
I
was
had
in it
no
until he
clue.
popped. And I was like, oh yeah, he's in
I was
this.
like, what the hell?
Uh,
But,
yeah,
so I thought he would end up having a really big part because of that, but
but not really.
he did. He downplayed it good because he's usually kind of in a bold, big, bold, command the
Uh,
screen, command the script kind of guy.
yeah, but
But
he was more of
yeah,
a.
he was subdued
He was
and
he was one of the calmer characters in it. Yeah. And then you have Gal Gadot, who was the wife.
oh, never heard of her.
She was Wonder Woman
Oh,
in the Batman v Superman.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you saw it.
Oh,
But
we'll have to go watch it again then.
yeah,
I don't. That's the trip.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was her. Yeah, so she had some emotion, sort of more emotional, because she had to play off of Kevin Costner and stuff in that part, and they had a kid. What do you think of that? Did that work?
You mean
The character,
like
Gal Gadot's
her
character.
character?
Yeah, how'd her character?
Yeah, I think it. I mean, it sort of. I mean, it had to be there
Yeah,
for the. I mean, it was
it
like a
builds.
central part kind of thing. I liked her character. I liked the way she handled going through recognizing and eventually believing him and all
Hmm.
that kind of stuff that she does. Um, I don't know
It's
if
the
there's too
usual.
much they could do with that either,
Yeah, I
though.
mean,
It had to be almost, you know, during some of that part, I was thinking this is almost like oh, what are those movies on TV? Um, what's the
the
name? What's the name of that company that does the greeting card? Hallmark.
Hallmark
Yeah,
felt
it
like
was
one of those.
part of it, and just the way that the heartstring pulling portion of
Yeah,
it, which involves her emotions, is a lot like a Hallmark film kind of thing. And I was thinking that's a weird thing to think when the in between all these violent action
well,
scenes,
well,
but
I
it
guess
had a bit of that.
if that's what I don't know they're trying to do, they got to get some heart in there to
Yeah,
build the character to make you care, because otherwise he's a pretty deadly sociopath character the rest of the time.
yeah, he
You
was
see him
pretty
just
bad.
kill a bunch of people the rest of the time. So other than that, you wouldn't care for him probably if you didn't
Yeah.
get those moments.
Well, that's kind of what I liked about it, as far as to go back to him, to Costner, was that his character was the way that he the way they set it up, to him being that sociopath, and that his memories were coming back slow. As the memories were coming back, his he was changing,
Hmm.
and I think they had to show how out of whack he was
Yeah.
first by some of the things he did to other people, which were kind of tough to see, kind of stuff.
Hmm.
You know, like seeing people act like that. But that was important so that he could we could see him
Yeah, and
make his
develop and
change. Yeah,
stuff. I thought it worked really well. I like the development. What do you think of the villain guy? I don't even know his name.
that was
Yeah.
that's where that part, that whole
Yeah.
what the
I don't
bad
even know what he
thing
was
that they're
doing.
looking for, the weapon kind of thing
Yeah.
that they were looking for, and the bad guy villain was a little Austin
It
Powers
was
to
very,
me.
what's his plan again? It's like he's just basically anarchy. I want to destroy
Yeah,
every
that
government
was
that ever exists.
right, and
It's
then
like
I need
it
$1 million.
was, yeah, it was just like, wait, what is this guy doing? And you don't care for, he's like just there. You see him in like an empty warehouse basically on a
Right.
computer, and then you're just like, wait, what is he doing?
Yeah, that's kind of the made for TV part where it's
Yeah,
like,
it's just
they
like
had to have him and all that, but
he's not an interesting villain. He's just sort of a villain to be a villain.
I've never seen that guy before either. I
No,
don't
I
know
don't even. I
who
think
he.
I've seen him before, but I have no idea who he is. I
Hmm.
recognize the redhead woman, who
She
was
did look familiar, but
she. I know. I think she was in Man of Steel. I believe she was Feora,
maybe
the lieutenant.
she came in second in the tryouts for Wonder Woman.
Actually, what the woman who plays Wonder Woman was actually going to play her character in Man of Steel, but she was pregnant at the time, so then she became Wonder Woman later. So it is a weird little.
Yeah, that's a different
Yeah, so it's weird that,
one.
yeah, but that happened. I just recognized her from that. I believe so. She had different hair, so it was hard to tell exactly, but I believe it was her. But anyway, she wasn't a big character anyway either. But
Yeah, but she played a good villainess,
I think she was a better villain than he
heartless.
was. I mean, because he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I mean, you see him, but he never does anything.
no, he just told her to do stuff,
He's just kind of
and then
there to say stuff, but
yeah, and then she's like, go away, I'll take care of it," and he's like, "Okay."
no, right?
Not a very manly man villain.
Yeah, no, he was just kind of there. And then there was the Dutchman, as they called him. I don't remember the character's actual name, but they just called him the Dutchman. That other hacker guy that they were after, who's sort of in between hero and villain type
Yeah, he was
character.
like, what's that guy in real life that leaked
Oh,
information and went to Russia?
oh, I wish I knew the name. They're making a movie about him too,
Yeah,
even.
he was like
Um,
him.
yes, I can't remember his name for some reason.
Yeah, he's still there. That's
Yeah,
where he is
he's
now.
still
Yeah,
there right
that
now.
guy.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of
He's
my tongue, but
yeah. I wish I could remember his name. But anyway, yeah, he was like him. I mean, he didn't do much. I mean, you saw him like get emotional and stuff, but he was just kind of there too. I think. I don't know. Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I that's part of that connection I didn't get. I
Yeah.
never did. I was
The plot is a bit.
I was sort of trying to find it through the, like I said, the when they go do all the flashbacks. I was trying to put that together, but it started to become too much for me, so I decided
Yeah.
to just follow that Hallmark side of the
Yeah.
movie that I like.
I think I felt the
So
same.
I kind of decided to leave him alone and not
The.
exactly
I mean,
understand his
the plot with
connection.
that is sort of the okay. Here's why action is gonna happen. You don't
Yeah.
need to know exactly what they're talking about, but it leads to the action, and you know where the bad guy is, and they're after this guy, and he's kind of good, kind of bad. He's in
Yeah, he's
between,
that connection.
so you just have to find him, and it's sort of
Yeah,
that character of okay, whatever the reason is, doesn't really matter. They just made up a reason.
yeah, obviously, because
I lost it. I
they
had no.
kind of put him out of it pretty
Oh
quick.
yeah,
There wasn't a
spoilers.
lot of pomp and circumstance
Yeah.
to the last scene he was in.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was good. Overall, you thought it was good. Do you think we'll get a sequel based on the end?
I think they were setting it up for that, but I think based on the body count in the theater, I don't know if they'll do it.
Oh, in this theater? I thought it was. I mean, it's a
Is that
decent
good for a first night? I know
for
last
a
night's really,
Saturday.
but
I went to see the bot.
Friday. It's
Yeah,
Friday.
Friday. It's Friday. You're right. So maybe Saturday will be better. But I went to see the Boss with like Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
It, yeah, it came out last weekend, and it had the highest of that. We beat out Batman v Superman. But that had been out for 3 weeks. But it did really well, and I saw basically the same amount. I might have
Same
been,
amount of people.
it might have been less for that. So
I would probably see a sequel if they did it.
I would
I
too.
mean, I've always been a Kevin Costner fan, a lot of his stuff. And I was surprised. I started to think coming into it that, I mean, maybe it wouldn't be as good a movie as I hoped for. So I had it.
Yeah,
So I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
yeah.
If that
No, I
makes
feel the
sense.
same way. I feel like I felt the same way at the start too. I was like, ooh, I don't know, and then it picked up. I think as
Yeah.
it went on. But
But hey, but
action,
if you like bad guy, but he's not really
all
bad
right.
by his own fault.
He's just kind of
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, that guy, the
There,
main character. Yeah, if
yeah,
he's sort of
that whole thing where he's bad because he's just, if it weren't for bad luck, he'd have no luck at all,
yeah
and then to have that kind of to
redemption sort of.
yeah, and there's that whole, there's worse people that didn't need to be bad. They're
They
all
chose
bad
to be
by sure.
bad.
I mean, yeah, I think even the good government or
They kind of
whatever
were
people,
bad-ish.
I didn't like them so much.
No, 'cause
I
I
don't
mean
think
Gary
they were
Oldman's just
good.
shouting and stuff.
They
He's
weren't
not
good.
very good.
Yeah, they weren't good people.
I thought there were some other sort of good characters, but Gary Oldman character was kind of like annoying. He was kind of a jerk.
Took
Cause
advantage of things.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was just like, I don't care about you. You can die. It's fine. Whatever. He's just sort of that way. Get things done. If people die, it doesn't
pretty
matter.
much right to his last line.
Yeah, he did say that out
You
loud. It
know,
was like his last
it's
line.
kind
Yeah.
of like that's all he cares about is just himself and what he's got cooking.
Yeah.
So so that I like that formula or whatever. It is. I did get
It's
my
a good.
sort of Bruce Willis kind of
Yeah, it is
thing out
definitely,
of it.
and I think we've needed one for a while. We haven't had a really good one. I think, sort of that actiony, die-hard-ish thing, and I think this could be that fills that multiple series or whatever.
Remember what was that called? The not the rock. What was that one that? Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. There was a prison movie with Nicolas Cage.
Is it the Rock? Not the. Is it the Rock?
No, not The
Um.
Rock, but
Con Air.
Con Air.
Back in the
Remember when
'90s.
remember when he gets out of the plane at the end after the
It's
the
been so long.
crash landing that nobody could survive, and he comes out of it and there's the bad guy shooting at him and he's just taking the shots
Yeah.
and he still walks up to him and whatever knocks him out.
Yeah.
It's got that in
It
it
does have
too.
that.
Yeah, it's
It does
got
kind of
that
have
in
that.
it, and that's so yeah. I would go.
Cool. Cool.
I
All
would
right.
do it.
Thank you everyone for watching. I have one more movie I'll see this week, The Jungle Book. So I'll see that probably. Oh, not tomorrow. I'm busy. but I'll have that up when I've finished seeing it. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out some of our other videos that we do here. You can follow. We have a podcast called Geek Wars Podcast. You find your favorite podcatcher. We talk about geeky news and stuff. Me and a couple friends. You can also follow us on Twitter at Geek Wars Podcast. And you can find me on Twitter at Daclus. Spelling is in the title of the video. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.
See ya.